13. 13. I just fucked up. We just recorded like 3 minutes of A+ content.
Yeah. And that in turn may have to restart.
That's why we needed Jamie, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, well.
Right, we were talking about the Beatles.
The Beatles.
You said your thoughts on the Beatles, and then you set me up with a bullshit question.
Well,
bullshit? No. Let me say this. All right,
go ahead.
He just automatically said, "All right, name 4 extremely talented guys right now who are relevant. Go."
No,
with no warning
that's not
whatsoever.
What I said.
Like that was my argument.
That's
like
not
that,
even what I said. I said name 4 artists right now who play live instruments, whose music is going to resonate, forever.
Whatever. It was the same thing. And then he said, "Go." Like I was prepared for that fucking question. Like you can't just set me up with some shit like that.
You if you don't have one group on the tip of your tongue when I say go, then the argument you have against the Beatles is just it doesn't.
You don't even know my argument against.
What is your argument?
Exactly. Why don't you? Since I fucked up, I'll take it. I'll hold this L. I fucked up the recording.
Okay.
Repeat what you had just said off air about the Beatles. What you thought about them.
I think they make great music. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to last a lot longer. I think their songs are remade, more sampled more than a lot of, the music that's going to be put out now. People aren't going to be out here sampling
Thugger.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to
for
be sampling Thugger.
50 years. They're not, they're not going to look back in the catalog and be like, you know what? Thugger had a song that, you know what, I'm going to sample this. You know what I'm saying? Well, pretty much, I'm diving, what my problem is right now is I think music's lost a step. You know what I mean? Not even just rap music, not just R&B, not rock, you know what I mean? I think music has lost a step. I think genuine music that was from the heart, that was written from the soul, it lasts. Right now it's capped. Mm-hmm. Right now you're hot for your set amount of time, and you're not right after. That's my thing.
Yeah.
From the Bob Marleys to, dare I say, Elvis to Johnny Cash to, the Doors to, real music that is timeless. Mm-hmm. That's my argument right now. That's
so
going to stay forever.
All right. While you just talked for 2 minutes straight, you went through like 4 different possible topics.
Did I?
I'll start with number 1, the Beatles. We started with the Beatles, right?
We did.
I'm gonna try to remember in that long rant.
Wait. Here's one more.
No. All right. Let's add to the rant.
Yeah, let's add to the rant because before you didn't turn our mics on for the first portion that was recorded.
I already accepted that. I fucked up.
You said some shit that it was a swift jab. I caught it. I fucking shook it off. You know what I mean? You played the part and said, "Well, fuck, dude. Paulie wasn't smart enough to let MJ buy his whole catalog." Yeah. That was the running joke.
It was
you pulled that on me. But no. But that hit where it hurt. I understand. You're right. And I followed up by saying, "Well, fuck, Michael had the money at the time, and Paul's the one who spilled the beans to Michael about he was thinking about getting in and buying portions of this company."
Hold on, let me just clarify what happened.
Okay.
He was saying the Beatles and Paul McCartney was a genius, and I said not genius enough to not let the King of Pop steal his catalog from him.
Not all of the Beatles catalog,
it was just a joke. It was a joke anyways.
The
you know what I
pop
mean?
songs.
It was just a joke anyways.
Right.
So Avery took exception to that.
I did.
So is it
was
my
a
turn?
jab. That wasn't a jab?
No, it wasn't.
All right, sure.
Can I have a turn now?
Go.
May I have a turn?
Go.
All right, so my argument against the Beatles, if I was to have one, is I think the Beatles are great. They're obviously a legendary band. But, and they are musical geniuses.
They are.
Give them that.
Facts.
But Beatles fans seem to champion everything they ever did and think that everything they ever did was fantastic and some of it was trash.
It's true.
Yellow Submarine is fucking trash. That song is garbage.
You said a song.
Yeah. I'm just saying they weren't batting 1,000 like some people act like they were.
What's the number of their catalog? How many songs do they have in their catalog?
I have no idea.
You said
I'm not that
you
up
said,
on.
You said
I'm not
a
that
song.
up on Beatles like that.
All right.
I can't go song by song because
Okay.
I don't know the Beatles catalog
Okay.
that well.
Sure.
I'm just saying there's some shit that I hear that is timeless.
Right.
You hear it in movies to this day.
Right.
You're
You
always
said
gonna
you said
hear
they
it.
were good to make commercial music, dude.
That was another jab. That was another joke.
Okay.
I said, yeah, their songs will live on in commercials. They're perfect for car commercials and things like that.
All right.
No, but I'm just saying they had some trash music. They had their moments.
Doesn't every artist?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm saying people act like the Beatles are above that. That's my only argument.
No,
But they are great.
No artist is above that.
No, maybe not you, because you've gotten into the Beatles like recently, right? You didn't grow up into the Beatles.
No, actually, my grandma was a huge Beatles fan.
Oh, okay.
I grew up listening to the Beatles.
Well, okay. Well, still, there's like certain Beatles fans I've seen or heard of where they act like everything the Beatles ever did was pure gold.
Yeah, and that's
Pure
false.
magic.
False.
That's my only argument against the Beatles. Other than that, I mean, a lot of their music just isn't for me. But I always try to be cognizant of that and give its just due, and just say, but it's not for me.
Sure.
I try to be like that as an artist because it's like I don't just call something trash because it doesn't cater to me.
Okay.
And a lot of Beatles songs just don't cater to me.
Right.
That doesn't mean it's trash.
Right.
It could still be fantastic, and I can still recognize that.
Right.
But that was my only argument.
Okay.
So that was point one that you said in your 4 to 8 minute talking point.
Well, I'm not going to interrupt you.
I
Like,
can't
can I talk
remember.
now? Can I?
That was my rebuttal to one point.
All right.
Do you want to rebuke that?
You keep going.
I don't remember what
elaborate?
you said at this point. You said hot culture versus pop culture, right? So pop culture lasts forever. Like, it had its moment, but it will last, right? And then hot culture is just, it has its moment and doesn't last.
Sure.
Basically, right?
Sure.
I get that, and I think artists now are in a transition, and I still think nobody really knows where things are going. Like, nobody knows where music is going. We change constantly where we get our music.
Sure.
I mean, it's never changed this fast. Before, it was like every generation would have their, like,
niche.
Their media. So it'd be like, it was like vinyl.
Okay.
You know, and then 8 tracks. And then cassettes,
right? And
then CDs, right? But it took a decade plus,
right?
But now, new streaming services pop up all the time.
Yeah.
And it changes everything. And I think a lot of what you're saying, those organic artists,
right?
They don't have deals. They don't have record deals. You have to somehow find them on fucking SoundCloud or Bandcamp.
Okay.
And
I can dig that.
There's still great artists out there. They're just not getting that platform.
Sure.
And it's just like the movie industry. So all we really see now from the major labels is the cash grab music.
Right. But do you know why I feel that the music back then is still relevant today?
Why?
Because the people that they made their music around were actually musicians. They had to go up against, the Beatles had to open for, James Brown, right?
Yeah.
This is when, Berry Gordy had, a long list of artists.
Motown.
Motown. And, and this is when, if you made crap, you know what I'm saying? You weren't going to stay relevant. You know what I mean? Yeah. There were their one-hit wonders out there, but to a certain degree, if you were a musician at that time, you had to go up against some of the greats.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was a different time. The people that made music around the Beatles were, they had some notoriety, and it still lasts to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now I think the playing field is so slim with certain musicians. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I reach out to a different genre, and we'll listen to a different genre right now because I don't feel the same passion in the music. I feel it's as we spoke about it before. I feel it's a gimmick rap, and everyone latches on to what the next person's doing. Yeah, and I feel at the time, then music was made, with more passion. You know what I'm saying?
But okay, here is,
and they weren't going to get away with making crap. They weren't.
Yeah, here's an issue with that statement. There's a lot of recency bias in that.
Okay.
Because you see the music now as it comes out, and it's recent.
Right.
In the Beatles' time, there was plenty of cash grab pop music. There was 100%. there was hit factories,
100%,
where they had just the same thing they do now, where they just have an in-house team of people that write music, and they would just plug in whoever their cute new girl was to sing it, or fresh-faced young teeny bopper guy, right? Sure. We forget all that. So we don't see the trash that also flooded the market at that time.
Well, then that would fall into what category?
And the greats like the Beatles,
the hot culture or the pop culture?
The hot culture. Okay. I'm saying it still existed then.
It did, and I'm not saying it. I never said it didn't.
Okay,
but I am going to say they did have the Elvises, they did have the Little Richies, they did have when Prince was going in, Prince had Michael. Prince had, Janet, Luther, Johnny Gill. Yeah. There was real staples in this music.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though,
and I'm not comparing this so much to the rap culture. I'm just saying music.
Well, like now, now you have like Bruno Mars, right?
Oh, he's so Bruno Mars is the exception. He's gonna make timeless music, for the rest of his fucking career. He's going to be 50, probably singing and dancing around and fucking shit like that.
Yeah, when it comes to musicians, he's probably like number one right now, right?
Beyonce.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but Adele, I think Bruno Mars is a little more. I think Bruno Mars is touching every. Dope. Yeah, and Ed Sheeran is big right now too. But I think Bruno Mars is touching more demographics than anybody.
His music bounces around. He does like some slick pop shit. And he'll do like some crooner shit.
So my point is, so he's kind of an exception. But then you take like Justin Bieber, who's a megastar, right?
Right.
He's extremely talented, but people look at him weird because of antics and behavior, right? And attitude and things like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And my argument is some of those people back in the day, we might have looked at them that way if there was social media.
Oh, 100%.
Right? That's like James Brown. Like James Brown, he
was
a
wild
shit.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like these people might not last like they would have in a different era because of things like social media. Because people look at them differently, where James Brown could do some wild shit at a hotel in Memphis,
right? Because
the rest of the world didn't know.
Right.
And there was still some mystery behind these people, especially like someone like Prince.
Right.
Nobody knew what the fuck Prince was up to. Right?
No.
But now, with all the artists, you know everything they're doing.
Right.
Because they're Snapchatting it, they're Instagramming it.
Sure. That's, yeah.
So I think I think pre-social media and things like that, it might have been easier for a very talented individual to prolong their career.
Right. But that's not my gripe, though.
Okay, that was just a point I wanted to say.
Okay.
But what was your gripe?
It's not even really a gripe, but like, well, no, because with the whole, the whole thing of capturing, a time, say a 10-year span, right? We don't have to say an album; we could just say a song, right? A song that's going to be played and it's going to be rejoiced when it's heard, the first few couple strums to the guitar, taps on the drum, you already automatically know what it is,
and everyone recognizes it,
right? For a 10-year span, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's damn good,
yeah.
But if your music holds its weight for 70 years, dude,
yeah,
that, like right now, like if someone put on, and this is jumping into the rap culture, but if somebody put on Ghetto D, right?
Yeah.
I
will know every word.
You would?
Yeah.
No, me too.
Yeah.
But no, that's what I'm saying. That was a hit album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For us growing up, right?
Yeah. That was the biggest album.
Right.
At the time.
But when, I was playing the other day, I was playing Puff Daddy and the Family.
Yeah. No Way Out.
No Way Out,
Yeah,
right?
that's a great album.
Great album, right?
Yeah.
Now, that may hold its weight if somebody replays that right now,
Mommy Benaki.
Yeah, oh dude, you know what I'm saying?
That's a great album.
That may hold its weight a lot longer and be a lot more relevant. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yo, the sun don't shine forever.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that might be more relevant for a longer period of time than the music that is put out now.
Yeah.
Including the Biebers. Justin Timberlake?
Mm-hmm.
His music is timeless.
Yes. That
you know
is
what I'm saying? That's what I mean.
Like
that kind of comparison. Now, if you put Justin Bieber, who's a part of, the hot culture, and you put Justin Timberlake, the pop culture, his is going to last a lot longer and be relevant for a lot longer. Yeah. That's all I mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get that, and
it changes with age demographics and stuff like that. So I
think see, this is like just to play devil's advocate, but like I said, his social media antics might play a part in that. Where he might have had a song that could have popped, but people didn't want to hear it because it wasn't Justin Bieber. Because it was Justin Bieber. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, he did hop on Despacito, and that's like a huge monster international jam, right?
It is, right.
So that could be somewhat timeless, even though it's not his song, and all the Latin American people are pissed off.
Right, they were, yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, he has possible songs. But then, he does these like collaborations like the I'm the One, the DJ Khaled. Right. So that kind of like waters down his brand.
But this is the thing too: the passion in the music, the passion in performance, the passion in knowing how to play a live instrument.
Yeah,
they had that, right?
Yeah.
So I read an article that said Justin Bieber he backed out of his tour.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I guess, and he said it was due to stress related issues. He needed to get his mind together, and then just came out recently and said it was because of a harsh breakup. I'm thinking Selena Gomez. I'm thinking Weeknd. I'm thinking ooh, ouch, dagger, right?
Yeah.
But back then, they had the Beatles just specifically. They had they made music that was worldwide, right?
Yeah.
Just like Justin Bieber, right? But at that time, I don't care if they broke a leg. I don't care if you had to roll James Brown out from a coke-induced coma to the stage. He was going to pop up and perform that shit and get that. You know what I mean? Yeah. He wasn't losing any fans by pulling out of a tour. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The music, there was the soul was in the music.
The difference between something like that too, I think, is like James Brown really grinded for his career. You know what I mean? He came up in a time where
passion.
Yeah, he came up with a time where someone with his skin color, it wasn't easy to even get heard. Right. Whereas Justin Bieber was a child star at 11 years old or whatever.
Right.
So it's hard to find that passion when you've had it all since you were 11. Since Usher came and gave you the bag.
Gave you that bag.
At like 11 years old. So someone like James Brown, it's like you have to feel that passion because he really grinded. So I feel like it's an unfair comparison in a lot of ways.
All right. Well, then, the same with, the relevant artists that we brought up right now. I've yet to hear of, people pulling out of shows, without real reasons. I mean, canceling a whole tour is huge. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to just bang on Justin Bieber because I really give a fuck less.
Yeah.
But the thing is I just don't know where the passion is in the music,
Yeah.
and what's going to
Yeah.
keep it timeless. What's going to make it so that
Yeah.
70 years from now, you put on Justin Bieber, and people are going to be like, "What is this?
Yeah.
What is
yeah.
this? Who sung this?
Yeah.
Is this a remake?"
I think there's still top tier artists that do
There
show
are,
passion.
but there's more that back out
Yeah.
of tours because of
Yeah. But like I said,
they
that could
got
be
a
recency
mosquito
bias.
bite
There
on
might
their
have been
lip or something.
happening
That's really
back then,
herpy.
and we don't really know.
What's that?
No,
No,
I missed that.
No, I said these dudes fucking they'll back out of a show because they got a mosquito bite on their lip and it's
Yeah.
really a herpy or something.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
It's did you hear about Young Jock? Did you see Young Jock?
What, his hair?
Not Young Jock. What's his name? Bobby V.
Oh, Bobby Valentino.
with the
transgendered
trans
prostitute.
right.
Yeah, that was wild.
My only thing on the whole topic, and I'm fuck, dude. Hey, man, you live your life, you do you. You know what I'm saying? But your cover's blown. The jig is up.
Yeah, you got to own it.
You literally got caught with your pants down.
Yeah.
If that's the case, dude, just live by it. Live by it, dude.
Yeah.
Don't the whole they're trying to embezzle from me and that wasn't me, dude, you covered your face up, bro.
Yeah.
You got caught with your pants down, bro. You had no shoes on. The transgender was yelling at the door, "Hey, Bobby V. Bobby V, come back, Bobby V. Where you going? You got no shoes on, Bobby V." You know what I'm saying? It's just if you're gonna do it, God damn it, you better fucking plant your feet in the ground and do it. And just don't get on the media and say some idiotic shit. Just you want to live. Just live, dude. You know what I mean?
The thing is, his career was pretty much done anyways.
Yeah, I don't even know why.
And he's always seemed like a weird dude. Like, I don't know if you've seen other things, but he's always seemed like a weird dude.
Hasn't he gotten caught in the media numerous times?
Yeah, just doing weird stuff. And I'm not saying transgendered is not. I mean, it's weird because it's out of the ordinary, but I'm not trying to like say it in a bad way. I'm just saying it's just different, and he's always done different things, and his character's been. You can tell there was like an insecurity to a lot of his movements, basically.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like that's why he acts weird about certain things. It's like what you're saying, just own it. Like if that's what you like, you got caught, just be like, kind of embarrassing, but hey,
chuck the deuces up there when they're recording you, because didn't he get caught the very next week with someone and she followed him into an elevator or something like that?
Probably.
If that's the case and your cover's blown, dude, chuck the deuces up and be like, "Yeah, I'm with a loyal fan."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Play it off, bro. But don't act like we're not in the day and age where that's weird. It's weirder for you running away from it, rather than just embracing it and being like, "Hey, you know what? This is what I like. I'm gay." All right, just. The
whole thing turned into a meme because he ran with no pants on, ran down the hall. If he wouldn't have did that, it wouldn't have been as funny.
If you stand by what what you live in a day in, day out. If you're out here buying hookers, you know what I'm saying, men or women or transgenders, right? Dude, just live in those shoes, man. You don't, plus not even that, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think your career's going to fizzle out more than it already has? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, it's been over.
So. Right. So, it's just.
At this point, I don't know if he's been a writer or anything like that, but I mean, even before this, like, he should have been transitioning into the second step of his career if he hasn't already. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you only get a certain window. He hit that window. He had a couple nice hit songs.
Right.
He had Slow Down. He had Anonymous. Right.
Right.
He wants Anonymous to come back. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But so he had his window. He should have just he should be sidestepping into his second chapter of his career. Whether that be writing or whatever. He should. But that's the thing. They don't teach these artists. Like, you should always have other avenues.
Right.
And a lot of them don't. And that's why they go broke. And you see them on fucking Celebrity Rehab.
Yeah. TMZ'd up.
Yeah. So it's like, he should have already been out of the limelight.
Right. Yeah, that's
because his career was over long before this, and this just put the nail in it.
Right.
It's specifically because he didn't just own it, or the way he acted.
Did you watch the Breakfast Club interview with what's the guy's name? That short
Lil Duval.
Lil Duval, dude.
Yeah,
his head is awkwardly bigger than his body, dude. He looks like it's weird. It's like
looks like a cartoon character.
He does, dude. And the teeth, and it's just But he had all those comments about
everyone got upset.
Yeah, everyone got upset. CT the God, was bashed at some, I don't know. He was speaking at some school or and the transgender community stepped out and tried to protest. And did you watch that interview?
No, I saw Lil Duval's interview, or I saw that segment.
Okay, because I don't know if it was more of them bashing, or of them just. It
was the fact that he said "kill."
Okay.
Because it's like you can't.
But he did say I'd want to kill them.
Yeah,
I would want to, but that he didn't say I would kill them.
I think he did say I would kill them, but it doesn't matter. Okay. But the point is, it's a group of people that are mistreated, oppressed. Have to live in the shadows of society in a lot of ways.
Right, it's true.
So yeah, they're sensitive to that. I totally get that.
Right.
But I also get Lil Duval's point. Like, if you are transgender, don't hide that.
Right.
That's not right.
Don't be out tricking.
That's not right. If it's like, you could take it down to something like food. Like, I stopped eating pork, right? I stopped eating as many pig products as I can for no other reason other than I just think pigs are very intelligent creatures and I don't feel right eating them. So, if someone tricked me into eating some meal and it had pig in it, I would be upset, right? That's just food. That's not having sex with another person. You know what I mean?
I can agree with everything up until you saying pigs are intelligent creatures, dude. They eat their own shit. You're tripping.
No, but pigs are smarter than dogs. You're saying that like that's not a fact, and it is.
That's cool, but no, pigs. I think that this is off topic. Doesn't even fucking matter. But I think the reason why people stop eating pigs is because they're the dirtiest animals in the world. Like, they roll around their own shit.
That too.
Like
they're also intelligent creatures.
It's not very, that's like the lower tier.
But they're also intelligent
usually
creatures.
Steak, chicken, and pork.
Anyways, this is stupid. This is stupid.
Whatever.
My point is, it's not right to trick people into doing something that
but
they
this
don't
is the
want
thing,
to do.
though, and I got a question about that, though.
Yeah.
All right, so who's to blame, right? If you lay down with a transgender, right, is it your fault that you weren't given the extra touches to find out if whose fault is it? Did they trick you, or did you just not do enough investigating? Did you not do?
That's a gray area. That is a gray area,
right?
But if it's a transgender, I don't know which term to use, and I'm not trying to offend. But if it's a born male that dresses as a female, right?
Right, but have they?
Okay, but this is the point. You're dressing like a female. You're dressing like a female,
right? So
I don't think it's wrong for a person to assume that you are female, right?
I don't know though, dude. That's gray too. Because look. Did they go through a procedure?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know what the difference is between.
That's what I mean. And by the way,
there's a whole bunch of different.
Again, we're not trying to offend. These are questions
I have no problem
really
with transgender
asking.
people.
Yeah,
I just don't. I haven't been around it. I don't know any personally, so I don't know the terminology. I don't know because I know there's different steps to it. There's different.
Right.
There's all these different terms.
But Bruce Jenner.
Yeah.
Right. Is she transgender, or is he a crossdresser?
I think he went through the surgery, so now
he has breasts.
Yeah, whatever.
She has breasts.
Whatever. We don't know how to say it. We're trying to tiptoe around this.
She's surgically removing.
I think so.
A portion of the.
I think so. I
gonads?
think the penis is gone.
Really?
I think so. But either way, look, this is my point. It's kind of what Dave Chappelle said in his stand-up.
Right.
If you're wearing the uniform, like if you were wearing a cop's uniform and someone came up to you and wanted help, you're like, oh, I'm not a cop. Like, why would you assume I'm a cop? It's almost like that. If you're dressed like a female, it's almost like the burden might be on you to be like, I am a transgendered female. But I don't know.
Hey, there are.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure this
right.
out.
No,
you know what I mean?
Right. We're just having we're just banter back and forth. But so there are transgenders, women, right? Or that were once men.
Yeah.
That you couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Dude, everything looks real, everything feels real, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But from my experience from the visual step, I think a grown man, depending on the alcohol consumption, dude.
Yeah.
You should probably be able to tell.
I mean, I think in most cases there's a way to tell.
If you're laying down in a bed and you stripped them down to their buckets, you should be able to take a couple peeks under and be able to tell.
Like surgeries are so good, like they're so advanced now that you can't really tell.
Well, I mean, and again, this is, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but
when you're trying to figure it out,
when you're on the down under, right?
Yeah.
Like, and this is gonna get a little touchy, but butt play, right?
Yeah.
When I don't know if they're surgically removing penises right now, dude. Are they?
Yeah.
Really?
They can turn like a penis inside out. So
Can you
like
Google that?
No.
I just don't.
But just please take my word. They can turn it. I've seen them.
But removing a penis doesn't give you female parts, though.
No,
dude.
They can turn it inside out and make like a vagina. That's what they can do. I saw it on there was a famous transgender model, and she was on one of those VH1 shows.
Okay.
And she explained it.
Okay. And
because there was someone in the house or whatever they were staying in that was also asking questions, and she explained. I think it was Joe Budden. I think it was like the celebrity relationship advice, whatever.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So yeah, I think they can do that. So there might not be a point. I mean, it's difficult to tell because, like, look, there might be a transgendered woman that is beautiful, and I looked at it and said, "Wow, you're very attractive," or whatever, right?
Right.
But if I knew my personal preference is being a transgendered, I would not want to be sexually active with that person. That's just all power to them. I hope you have a great life. I don't no ill will. I don't want there to be any legislation against you.
Yeah.
I want you to use whatever bathroom you feel comfortable using.
Sure.
No problem. But my personal preference, I shouldn't be demonized for it either. Outrage culture.
Right, I know, right?
I just don't, that's just not my thing. Like I said, there's certain foods I just don't want to eat. It's just not my thing. Right. Even if it was in a dish and I couldn't tell the difference. Right. So it's just, that's a preference. And people say, oh, well, she's female now. She's totally female, whatever. But it's like, there's still bones inside of there that are male bones. You know what I mean? Like, like the male, what is it, the femur in your thigh?
Yeah.
That was once a man's bone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That gets in my head.
See, these are all questions that we'd have to talk to with a transgender because, like.
But I think that's one thing about outrage culture and the people that do get outraged and upset from the transgender community or their allies.
Right.
It's like people shouldn't be demonized because they don't want that, right?
Right, sure.
And that's my only thing.
Okay.
It's outrage culture. It's just not for me.
Right.
But hey, we could be friends.
Cool.
I have no problem.
Now in that case though, from what we just talked about right now, again, Bobby V.
Yeah.
What do you think the likeliness is that because the young lady or man in the video that was filming him, the voice, she probably could have said a full sentence to me, and I'd be like, "Dude looks like a lady." You know what I mean?
No, it wasn't a convincing transition,
right?
At this point.
So at that, but with that, so that's just proof.
I think he knew what he was getting
right.
into.
So he just needs to stand by what the hell he's about.
Be like, that's what I'm into. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's cool, Bobby V.
Okay.
Have a good time.
Right.
Whatever you want to do. I don't care. People can fuck whoever they want to fuck.
Sure.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm not in the bed with them.
But I'm not a bad guy for having my preferences either.
No,
you know
hell no.
So yeah, that's my only point. I kind of want to get off this because I feel like it's touchy.
It is touchy, but I mean,
but
you know,
all power to the transgender community. I know it's rough for you guys in a lot of ways. It's a different life that people aren't used to.
Right. This is an awkward time to do this, but I said every single time the guy who's left the review, I was going to shout out, "Yo, what's up, Todd? Todd, how you doing?" All right, that was a little weird. But anyway,
so back to like the pop culture thing. We just went on a whole Bobby V thing.
Yeah.
I feel like there's been a lot of good music lately, and I think that we disagree on that.
But is it timeless?
Other than like the Jay-Z,
is it timeless?
The Jay-Z might be
right.
Some of that Jay-Z might be.
Thugger.
The thing
is it timeless? Is it gonna last 70 years, dude?
I would.
I wasn't listening. Put like this. Wait. This is my comparison. I wasn't born when the Beatles were making their music.
Dude, I get what you're
saying. So I picked it up way later in life, and I still have a respect for it. Do you think?
You're comparing one semi-popular artist now to an all-time legendary band, though. Not everybody's going to be the Beatles no matter what.
Right. But this is the thing. And this is why I said on the intro before had to restart. That's why I said, name 4 people that are in a group right now that play live instruments that are going to make timeless music that lasts 70 to 100 years, however long the Beatles last. Go. Are there any?
I don't know.
I don't think there are.
I mean, I don't really listen to that style of music.
I think that sway. No. I think that sway in music is where it's. I think that's where it's. Died off.
Music is made different now.
I mean, I've been listening to a lot of stuff.
People make music in their bedrooms now.
I've been knocking Aerosmith, dude. Yeah. I've been knocking fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah. I've been doing a lot of fucking Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
I mean, this is all timeless music, though. Dude.
No, bands aren't the thing anymore, though. Bands aren't the thing. Everyone wants to be the star.
Right.
Everyone wants the spotlight. And you can make music by yourself in your bedroom.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That you can't tell that it was just you.
Right. Yeah.
But like I said, there's still great artists out there. You just have to find them in different places because they're not given the platform.
Their work ethic isn't right then.
You can't say that when there's so much content out there. It's so easy to make music. It's so easy to make podcasts. It's so easy to make videos.
Grind time.
Right? It's not easy though. It's
how,
not easy.
How,
and maybe some of these people, it's just passion.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how warm is it in here?
12.
A 12. We're doing. This is number 2 of the day.
Yeah.
We met up yesterday.
Yep.
We meet up every week, right?
Yep.
Grind time, baby. You edited how much video last night?
Last night I didn't edit.
Okay.
I did some of the new graphics.
How many hours typically do you do in a week of editing video?
Editing?
Typically.
Like 20 to 30 hours.
20 to 30 hours a week.
Yeah.
All right. Work ethic.
Yeah.
The soul, the drive.
Yeah.
That goes a lot further than, me having to dig through a crate of music because they can't get it out there because maybe they are as relevant as Red Hot Chili Peppers, but I haven't found them.
Yeah.
Because they're not
relevant.
I mean,
it's hard, though. It's easier said than done, though.
I'm just saying, yeah, I know, but I'm not, see, and I'm not saying, the SoundCloud artists. I'm talking about the ones who are relevant today, right now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, hell, like the Temptations, right?
Yeah.
The Temptations had their alley, had their lane, right? They made timeless music, right?
Yeah.
10 years ago, 20 years ago, we had New Edition, right?
Mm-hmm. It's been 20 years.
I said 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Yeah. We had New Edition, right?
Yep.
Right? Timeless music. Their shit will last, right?
Yeah.
And in that time we had...
But that only lasts to a certain demographic that picked it up at that time. There's not new people discovering New Edition like people were discovering the Beatles. It's because we were raised on New Edition. So to us, that's like a huge group, but they're not on the same tier. But like they had the little movie that came out, so that stuff like that'll help. But like it's still not the same.
Okay,
Same.
All right. I like to make these comparisons only because I feel that the heart and soul that was poured into music, the struggle, the real life struggle of music is not.
Gotta listen to that Meek Mill, man.
I did.
I love it.
That's great.
That I don't know. There's been so much good music I think this year. The Jay-Z album, the Kendrick album.
Yeah, my buddy thinks the same thing.
Meek Mill's album.
He thinks music gets better every year. He thinks
I think it goes up and down.
Yeah.
But I try my best to adapt to the changes.
Right.
Instead of where most people pull back, but I try to adapt just because I like to do art myself. I like to do music and other things.
Right.
That I try to stay in tune with
what's
popular.
At one point, I did do that. I reformed. I caught the next hot buzz, and I was a part of the hot culture. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
But now it's like I said, and maybe it's my age.
Yeah.
I'm 34 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a little older. You know what I mean? And, I'd like to listen to something that, puts a feeling in me that's positive. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'll sit back, and I also like to reminisce. I like to play music that I remember.
I like that too,
my mom I'd wake up on Saturday mornings and she was either cooking or vacuuming the living room, and she had Purple Rain blazing. And I'm talking about she would spin that album the whole day.
Last night in my car on shuffle, Madonna Holiday came on. And the person with me was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yes,
really,
yes,
yeah."
I was raised on Madonna. My mom had the whole the '80s Madonna is fantastic.
Was she?
She had the whole catalog.
Was she with the punk with the?
Yeah.
Did your mom have? Okay. Yeah.
Oh no. My mom wasn't.
Okay.
No,
okay.
she was hip though.
Okay.
My mom had me pretty young, so she was still hip. She still listened to hip music. We listened to what I mean. I was raised on Madonna, Gap Band.
Right,
Lisa and the Cold Jam.
Right, for sure.
No, you know what I mean? Like that freestyle, like that that great '80s music, which to me is timeless, but maybe it's not to other people. I don't know.
I think some of the music now isn't going to be as relevant as it is.
I agree with
in
that.
10 years.
In
5 years.
I agree with that. But you're also not thinking about the ones from the Beatles era that weren't timeless either, but they were hot at the time.
That's true.
But there was less music to consume. There was less media to consume.
I just,
so things could stick.
No, you're right. I want the heart and soul. That's it, man.
Yeah.
Heart and soul.
Yeah.
It gets my blood flowing, man. It gets my blood flowing. You know what I'm saying? But
I feel that.
Yeah. This is
I mean, yeah, that was a cool discussion, even though we got real touchy.
I feel we prevailed. We fought through it. You know what I mean? We agreed to disagree on some subjects, and we got over it.
Yeah. Anyways, listen to that Meek Mill. Listen to that Easy Breezy, Beautiful Thugger Girls. It's timeless.
That's horrible.
No, I like all music. I listen to old jazz. I listen to old Louis Armstrong and shit.
That's great.
I like that shit.
That's great.
But anyway, yeah, all right. You guys
enjoy your weekends or your weekdays or whatever this episode is going to drop. You guys be cool.
All right.
Cheers.
Sweet love, sweet love. The Humble Finesses on air with Abe and Dylan Sesko. Sweet, sweet.